out to our awesome sponsors. The first is the Grumpy Cookies for all of your fandom and D&D related needs or merch, your one-stop shop for all things fandom. Whether you're looking for the perfect Dungeons and Dragons gear, Doctor Who merch, or any other fandom apparel, they've got you covered. Check them out at www.thegrumpycookies.com for all your custom designs and anime clothing needs.
And we checked them out last week. They've got a bunch of different anime stuff. They do have their own brand, Grumpy Cookie, self-promotion, of course, but they got tons and tons of different apparel. And they're local, right?
Yes, they are local.
They are local to us here in Sacramento. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
So
I did not know that. Awesome.
Yeah, and of course, a heartfelt thanks to Describe, DSCRYB, the ultimate source for immersive D&D sounds and music. Elevate your game with expertly crafted soundscapes, perfect for any adventuring party, and let them help you bring your world to life.
Stay tuned.
welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do a tiny little RP stream since I won't be available on Saturday. We'll be celebrating my wife's birthday. We're going to do a little separate RP action. Get going here right now. I'm back. We're lived and queued in whenever you guys are ready to go. We're going to do a short one. It's going to be just me and Mia for this. Because
all right, I'm back.
Welcome back. We are good to go. I'm already queued in live, did our intro. We're all set. Oh,
beautiful.
One thing I need to get from the front. Hold on a second. Welcome, chat.
Can you hear me? My computer just went purple on me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I'm getting back on. Probably just I didn't touch it for too long.
And I'm back.
Okay, I'm good.
You're good?
Yep, back.
Beautiful. All right. Well, welcome, my friends, to a sub-session of our normal session. I'm excited to be able to do this with you guys tonight. And
thank you for setting some time aside midweek to get the little RP session. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah. Wouldn't miss this for the world. I love you guys. So, my friends, let us suspend our disbelief as we enter into tonight's session of council. The monastery feels different. Not in the way it did during the nightmares, when reality bent and twisted and you couldn't trust what was real. This is different. The weight of knowing what's coming. The weight of the Midnight Eye. This strange cult that you've heard of, whispered among people, and that you've already encountered in many ways. This new understanding of dream steal that you've just recently encountered thanks to a strange new confidant in Ridley Dragor, and a child who doesn't understand that her very existence holds reality together. And now Sokar, You've spent much of the morning resting, eating, and gathering what information you could, listening to Master Suyun's warnings.
Hey, 1 second. So sorry, little man.
It's okay. Watching Brother Kremrin drill monks, seeing fear poorly hidden behind disciplined faces. It is apparent the monastery is preparing for war, but everyone knows the math. 1 in 10 chance of survival. Even in victory, most of the defenders die. And Nadia, 8-year-old Nadia, drawing pictures of you, Mia, of Ren, of Zin, of William, of each of your companions, and of her mother. She sits in her warded chamber, asking when she can go home. The sun has crested the sky, and the heat feels like a lie, a strange reprieve here in the cool halls of the Monastery of the Seven Rays. And it belies the coming danger. The conversation amongst Master Suyun, Master Batu, and Grand Master Ascendant Saurian had told you of the stars going out. Gaps in familiar constellations like someone pulled teeth from the sky smile. And the most damning of information, as Master Suyun explained, the dream realm is cracking. Time is running out. Mia, you stand in the halls, holding the rod of the Pact Keeper. The one Valeshra gave you, the burnished iron feels warm in your hands, almost alive. The crystal orb at its crown pulses faintly, violet and indigo, keeping in time with your heartbeat. You notice this. Your heart thrums. Do-do, 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 do-do. And at every pulse you feel within your own chest, the light follows in syncopated rhythm. The crescent mark on your wrist, Valeshra's mark, tingles as you hold the rod. Not painful at all, just present. Like someone gently tapping on your shoulder, reminding you you're there. Zin, you stand next to Mia, watching her. You've seen that look before, the one where Mia is working through a problem, turning it over in her mind like a puzzle with missing pieces. You've now been at the monastery for 2 days. You've learned about primes and anchors and planar collapse. You've met monks who are preparing to die. You've seen Nadia before she left your presence. A child who is condemned by her very existence. And through it all, you've watched your charge. Your ward. You carry the weight of wanting to help, wanting to fix this, even though it's bigger than either of you. And so, Zin, you patiently watch Mia. Mia, you spoke first. We don't know enough. The words hang in the quiet room, The monks know about defending, Master Suyin knows about prophecy, Master Batu knows about politics. And as you say this, as these words are leaving your lips, you look at the rod, at the mark on your wrist. Zin, you know what she's thinking before she says it. Because you were there, in Nathong, at the Whispering Quill, when the Fey woman with violet eyes looked at Mia like she was looking at a book waiting to be read. When she gave Mia the rod and said, "Should you ever need my counsel, write my name and speak it. The ink will know you." And Mia looks at you. Valeshra might know. She deals in knowledge and secrets. A pause. And she said she owed me a debt, that we were friends. The word friends sounds strange when talking about a Fey being. You both know the stories. Fey don't have friends. They have bargains, deals, transactions, all dressed in pretty words. But Valeshra gave Mia the rod freely and asked nothing in return for it. Called it friendship, which makes it more dangerous, not less. As each of you stand here with the weight of what to do and how to move forward weighing upon your chest, what do you do?
Man, you're just confirming that I knew this was a bad idea.
Real consequences, my friend.
Yeah. Okay. It's calling to me.
I mean, she did say that if you needed answers, but you didn't really want to deal with her, so, I mean, what's the cost?
I don't know. But at this point, does it really matter? Well,
I mean,
tons of people are about to die.
they said that most of the people in this place, I mean, for me, they say that she could unravel the whole universe. But we're saving her. What's really anything guaranteed?
So what do you say? Well,
I walk the line between beast and just regular person. Sometimes you have to dance back and forth. If it's a price that you're willing to pay, I say we see what she has to say.
sometimes sacrifices must be made for the greater good.
And we sacrifice ourselves a little bit every time.
Stomach ache. Here it goes. Oh, I need something to write her name with. I'll look around. What do I got?
You would know that you have a quill, ink, and parchment in your bag.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got time. I'm not in the middle of a battle. Okay.
Right.
Here we go. Pull out my bag, get it out. Write Alesha on it. And then before I speak the name, I just go, Oh boy. Here it goes. For Nadia.
For Nadia.
Valestra.
Mia, you utter the name. Your hand hovers over the parchment. The ink flows from the quill, normal at first, just black letters on cream parchment. And then as you state the name, the ink moves. Not drying, darkening, shifting from black to violet, shot through with tiny silver flecks that glimmer like distant stars. And the letters rearrange themselves, flowing like water, like living things until they form new words. Then your eyes get bigger as this happens before you. You know of magic, but this is different. The parchment responds as each letter shifts, rearranging itself until it spells out a few sentences. Little flame, you write with purpose, not idle curiosity. I feel the weight pressing on your ink. What trouble brings you to shadow and quill? The words, as you look at them, smell faintly of lilac and ozone. That same scent that filled the whispering quill when you first met her. Mia, the crescent mark on your wrist pulses warm, not painful, but present, like Valestra is touching it across from whatever distance separates you. The parchment waits, blank space beneath her words, waiting for your response.
Where do I begin? There's so much to tell you. I. Do you know? Have you heard anything about the? Sorry, I'm trying to blank on what they call the vigil, whatever they're calling.
Vestigial?
Vigil. I don't know what the
And
word
what's
is.
the medal called as well?
Okay, what are they calling the girl? Like,
What are they calling Nadia? The Prime?
the prime? Okay.
Or the Anchor?
Okay. All right. So first of all, I guess I'll ask her if she knows anything about that. Do you know anything about? Have you ever heard of the prime? I gotta see where she stands on it first.
I think we talked about it when we first met her, didn't we?
I don't think so. No, we were keeping her a secret, right? I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, we might not have brought that up.
You didn't.
Yeah, we stayed very vague. I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a moment of pause, and then suddenly the parchment yanks out of your hands, Mia.
Oh no.
And you watch
Yeah.
as it begins to fold in on itself. And then it hovers in the air. And then you watch as it rips, and suddenly all of it rips apart. And then it begins to form back together. And as the pieces connect, you watch as They glow this effervescent lavender color. And then you watch as finally the last piece fits. Standing before you is now a portal into the Whispering Quill.
Oh, cool.
On the other side, you see Valeshra standing in the middle of the room, waiting for you, beckoning you entrance. The scent of lavender and lilac and ozone heavy gently blows through the portal.
Walk in.
Yeah, and I'll be directly right behind her.
As you enter in, Valeshra doesn't wait. She immediately approaches you. A look of concern upon her face. She embraces you, Mia. Ah, my little flame. And she nods at you, bowing just slightly. Zin. Now.
I make sure to stay at like all times, like right next to her. Not by her side, just a little behind. Still like a presence of a bodyguard would be. Or servant.
I see you brought your pet with you. That's fine.
He's not my.
Companion and confidant. Some would call us friends, but that is besides the point. Thank you for allowing us to come here and see you. I think Little Flame has some questions that you would ask.
Of course. I'm so glad that you would reach out like this. I've been waiting.
So, you do know about the crime. What do you know?
You see in her left hand a journal. Her finger traces the edge of the ancient book that she's holding. And when she speaks, her voice is softer than before, more careful. The prime. The lucidial. The anchor. Yes, little flame. I know of them. She opens the book. The pages are strange. Some are blank. Some are filled with script that moves and rearranges itself, and some have burned edges as if they were once on fire but were stopped, put out quickly. But my knowledge is incomplete. She looks up at both of you. My people, the Fae, we do not interfere with anchors. Not directly, not anymore. We learned that lesson a long time ago, and it cost us dearly. She taps the book. This one had 300 pages. It was a complete treatise on primes, their nature, their function, their creation, their deaths. Now it has 23. The rest burned themselves when the last anchor we tried to study collapsed. She turns the book toward you so you can see it, holding it out for you to grab hold of it.
Yeah, put your token on the board.
Do what? Oh. Sorry. So I just start that.
Do you grab the book, Mia?
Yeah. I accept the book in my hands.
You said that your knowledge wasn't complete? Like there's more to be attained? Or maybe there's more that's not known?
Yes. Quite a bit of knowledge.
Those that we've spoken in the past to that may or may not have known about what the prime or a prime is would have us believe that anything about it is set in stone and that there is only one fate to be had for that person. What do you say?
She laughs and her voice comes out very sing-song. Her eyes level with you, Zin. Deep pools of shifting purple and silver sparkles cross the solid color of her eyes. She says, "A prime is whatever the dream realm needs it to be at any given moment. The dream realm breathes. It coalesces. It shifts. It forms and unforms. What those who have told you do not understand is the very nature of the planar itself.
The
You would want
planar?
something static. Yes, the planar.
Is that a place or a person or what's...
Yes. Now you are understanding.
I'm even more confused.
No.
A prime is not chosen. A prime is born, sometimes naturally. A soul that enters the world already threaded to the dream realm. They are one in the same. The soul is no more or no less the dream realm itself, personified. In the same way, the dream realm is no more or no less the soul. Their very existence is tied intrinsically to one another. All of the dream realm is found in the planar, in the anchor, in the prime. It is the anchor because it is anchoring two planes together at once. Sometimes, artificially, through which rituals we now call virexum transfer, taking a mortal soul and binding it to the dream realm structure, making it into an anchor by force, though those are never stable.
Well, I wouldn't think so if you force a creature to do that, or person. I mean, it's already terrible that somebody wouldn't even be able to fight against having this. You say they're born. It's just the way it is.
Correct. She pauses. You watch as she moves away from you. And you notice as she walks away, she's not actually walking, she's hovering about a foot off the ground, never moving her legs. You watch as she comes to the side. She picks up a vial, and then in the blink of an eye, she is back in front of you as though she had never left. You, go ahead.
What can we glean from her presence and being in place? I mean, clearly she just opened a portal for us to come through and see her. Like, the power scale in which she is landing here is pretty magnificent. Like, if she wanted to end us, it's pretty much on site, done kind of feeling.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Sure, give me an insight. And I'll give it to you at advantage because I am sure Mia would be.
Do you want me to roll too?
You might have a better chance. My wisdom is pretty low, so yes. Because well,
Go ahead and
we're in
roll
awe.
again.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
your
no.
advantage. Get your advantage. Yeah.
Okay.
You at least got one more point than I do. Let's go. That's at least
Beautiful,
something.
beautiful.
Something.
So let's see.
Huh.
Mia,
You're a boobay? Like Buble?
Yes.
Roll 20.
Valestra radiates magic like a bonfire radiates heat. And then you see this as well. I'm giving it to both of you as
Oh, what a kind and generous DM you are.
she's not casting anything right now, but the ambient magic around her is one of the most intense that you felt. Mia, you specifically, the last time you felt this was in your dream when you encountered your patron, or the one who stated was your patron, Saray. If you had to estimate, she could cast 8th level spells without preparation.
Forget about it.
The magic, though, what you are gathering, Mia, isn't hers exactly. It's channeled through her. She's a conduit for something larger. The shop itself is a domain, not a demi-plane, but close. Valestra has claimed this space and made it hers on a fundamental level. The laws of reality here bend to her will. The bound ink that she uses, it's not a metaphor. She can bind concepts, promises, souls into physical form. And you would know that as
Stepping
ninth
back.
level ninth level magic mastery at a minimum. That's what you can gather with a 14. So you can tell she is a being of intense power. However, the what you gathered is that it's not hers. She's a conduit for something. She continues. Every or as she's holding the crystal vial out, you see something inside that looks like smoke but moves with purpose. You can see as it presses itself up against the vial, the crystal vial close to you, and then it retracts, and then it moves up and it moves down, almost as though it's trying to escape the vial itself. You see, as she's holding it, it is stopped by a cork stopper that has a black wax that has been poured over it, sealing it. And then it is bound with a silver thread. And as you look at it, you can see that it's not just the thread itself, it's actual metal wrapped around the top. This is dream essence, collected from the border between waking and sleeping, Valeshra says. Every prime carries this inside them, not as a substance, but as a function. They are living bridges, living keystones. Think of reality as an arch, Mia. The material plane on one side, the dream realm on the other. The arch holds because of the keystone at its peak. Remove it, and she makes a crumbling gesture with her hands. The prime is that keystone, not holding the planes apart, holding them together. Material reality bleeds into dream, dream bleeds into material. They need each other. They need the connection, and the prime is that connection. The cruelty of all this is that primes will die. The cruelty is that when they do, whether at 20 or 80 or 800, the dream realm collapses. And everyone who dreams, everyone who sleeps, everyone who exists in both planes simultaneously. She doesn't finish the sentence.
Yeah? What were you gonna say?
Who, me?
Well,
Huh?
No,
Oh,
yeah,
so she
her.
said
Yeah.
everyone who dreams simultaneously.
well, if the anchor, the prime, the planar collapses, and a new one is not made, one can only imagine what would happen if the dream realm cascaded into the material plane. And nature abhors a vacuum. If the dream realm moves or shifts, bleeding completely, merging with the material plane, it would only be a matter of time before all other realms follow suit.
So it sounds like if a prime dies, that's going to be a bad time.
Yeah, that's what I got. That was a bad thing. If
Then
Prime
why
were
would
to die.
anybody want to kill the prime?
Exactly.
She's dangerous. That we've seen.
Her.
But
She
Uh-oh.
she leans in.
Mm-hmm.
Zin, give me a persuasion check.
Oh dear. He's too much tea.
Whoops. Wait, okay, normal. Oh,
Very, very nice roll. Unfortunately, she succeeded.
not doubting,
Oh.
not doubting.
She leans in and says, "No." She squints her eyes at you. "Who, pray tell?" She clasps her fingers together. "Is this she you speak of? You have seen it. Your words betray you, dear one. There is a prime among you. I can feel it. The essence of the dream realm is all over you."
You probably already knew this, huh? If the essence is all over us. You withhold information you clearly helped us for no reason. Mia, you have interest in her, do you not? Giving her a cute little nickname. Why are you helping us? Why are you telling us all this? What's your play in the game?
She purses her lips. There's a pause. She smiles. And then she looks at you, Mia. The shop goes absolutely silent. Every quill stops writing. And Veleshra goes very still. Then she laughs. Not mockery, not amusement. Genuine surprise. Delight. There it is. The real question. Not what you know. Not how can we win. But what do you want, Veleshra? She stands, her arms crossed as she looks at you, Zin, with newfound respect. I like you, Guardian. You don't trust me. Good. You shouldn't. She gestures to the shop around you. This? The knowledge? The warnings? The book that cost me colleagues and centuries of work? You're right to ask why I'm freely giving it. Because nothing is ever truly free, now is it? Especially not from Faye. She looks at you, Mia. You, of all people, know that Faye touched.
That's why we were hesitant to come here.
I'm helping
Did
you.
I know she was Fey touched?
No, you did not.
Dude, that definitely elicits some response from Zen. Like, what the fuck?
Spoiler. No, I keep that a secret.
I'm helping because I like your little flame guardian. She walked into my shop, saw through my manipulation, said no with grace and dignity, and earned something I rarely give: respect. I offered her a transaction. She refused. I tested her, She passed. I gave her the rod because she reminded me of something I'd almost forgotten. She touches her chest over her heart. That power freely taken is hollow, but power earned through character, through choice, through refusing what's offered too easily, that kind of power is real. So yes, I like her, that's true. Is it enough reason to help? For a mortal, perhaps. For Faye? She smiles. No. I'm helping because I'm invested, Guardian. Not in your protected child. Not in the Midnight Eye or their crusade. In her. She looks at Mia. I gave her a rod bound to my essence. I marked her with my sigil. I tied a thread between us that grows stronger every time she writes my name, uses the rod, calls upon our friendship. Then roll an insight with advantage.
I'm doomed.
You are never
Inadvertent
truly doomed.
pact. Oof. My rolls.
Mia, give me an insight with advantage.
That's 2 different packs. William made a pact. Mia made a pact.
Ooh.
Oh, nat 20. Oh,
That's
good roll. Good roll. Good roll.
incredible. Mia, I'm whispering you.
Okay.
You get that?
Yes. Ugh, creepy.
So when you ask, what's my interest in this game? The answer is Mia is my interest. If she dies, I lose my investment. If she's broken by it, traumatized beyond function, I lose my investment. If she succeeds, but never needs my help again, never calls my name again, never deepens the pact, I lose my investment. So, I need her to survive. I need her to win. But I also need her to need me.
Well,
Well,
she's got a family now, or people around her that care, so we'll call upon you as little as necessary. However, we will also be making sure that she stays safe. So there's a little bit of cooperation. Because we do
That's
need information. And there will be some cooperation.
She smiles at you, those deep purple eyes, now solid in color. You no longer see the flecks of silver in them. Almost like her eyes are an endless void. as she settles her gaze on you, Zin. And that's all that I require.
I am going headfirst into a battle, just so you know, so I might die. You might want to help.
She turns to you, Mia, and her head tilts. And for the first time since coming into the shop, you see her frown.
Mia, this is kind of a little bit more important right now that you see that this is between you and her. You're the one paying the price. You're the one that has to either deepen the connection or not. When it comes down to it, now's the time to speak what you really want. Just say it.
Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. What do you mean by that? Okay.
I mean, what do we want? What do we want? Why are we here? What's the real question?
We want. Ooh. Hold on. We should have discussed this before we came here.
It's the character. What have we driven all this way for?
I'm afraid to say it. Probably not even on the same page here.
Maybe not, but that's okay.
Oh my gosh. We need something that's tradable with what's her name? The undeads.
A bargaining
undead?
chip to go to the undying.
I don't know,
Sokar?
but I thought that
Sokar?
was the idea. I thought that was the idea.
Then it's between you and that.
But that's gonna be a big. This is definitely gonna cost me everything, isn't it?
What's the goal of that, though?
I'm so nervous.
Really, we're doing this all to save one person, right?
Yeah. Oh, is that bad?
I think so.
Well then, change my mind. Don't need anything. Walk away.
Yours? Oh my gosh! I think the hair. It's just really it's the hair. It's okay. Mia, question at the prime, at the very core of everything. is how do we save Nadia? How do we help Nadia? That's why we're here. That's the whole thing. It's everything.
Okay, fine. How do we help save Nadia? Oh, now we said a name though.
She already knew. She didn't know, she knew, she knows, or doesn't know, or can find out.
People with power know how to get things.
Hmm. How do we help save the girl?
She looks at you. Her eyes light up as she smiles. She looks at her hands. I had a prime once. Thessalin. She was special. Half fae, half human. She understood both worlds. And when she begged me to help her, to free her from the burden, I tried. She gestures to the book that you are holding, Mia. 277 pages burned. Colleagues died. The ritual failed. And Thessalin screamed my name as the dream realm tore her apart for what we attempted. So when you ask me how to save a prime, understand I don't have a perfect answer. I have options, all of them terrible, all of them dangerous, but I will give them to you. Because you deserve honesty. And because maybe you will succeed where I failed. The simple path. Make the prime immortal or near immortal. Delay the inevitable as long as possible. Methods? Transform her into something that does not die, does not age. A vampire. A leech. An artificial construct. The problem is most of these require killing her first, which triggers immediate collapse. The problem, it changes her fundamental nature. Is she still the same anchor after transformation? Freeze her in time is another option. Preserving her at the age in which she is currently. The problem is, she doesn't live. She just exists, a living statue. And what kind of life is that? And stasis can be broken intentionally or accidentally. Or a life extension ritual. Extend her natural lifespan to hundreds of years. However, the burden compounds. Living 500 years as an anchor would drive most people mad. And you're just delaying the inevitable. Valesha shakes her head. This is the coward's option. It kicks the crisis down the road. It just prolongs the prison sentence, not saving the prime. Option 2, distribute the burden. She walks over to behind her desk. And you watch as she taps a button on the side panel of the large picture that is in the middle. You hear an audible click as the picture juts forward just a bit. You watch as she pulls it open, and grabs a book from behind the picture, and then she shuts the picture frame. And then once again blinks back into in front of you. She opens a page covered in diagrams, and she shows it to each of you. What if the anchor function could be shared? Instead of one prime carrying the full weight, what if 10 people carried 1/10? There's a theory, a ritual to fragment the anchor bond across multiple willing souls. Each person becomes a partial prime. If one dies, the others carry the weight until a replacement is found. It reduces the burden on any single person. The question is, has this ever been attempted? Once, during the War of Chains 2,000 years ago, they tried to create a prime council, 12 people sharing the anchor function. She closes the book. In order to do that, one would need a device. It is called the Ember Core. It holds within it the primal fires of creation, the very molten forge with which the Overgod created all. And you would need several star stones. And those have long been hidden away or destroyed. And the Prime Council lasted for 3 years. Then one of the 12 was murdered. The bond collapsed inward, the remaining 11 died, crushed by its weight. The anchor snapped completely. Total planar collapse for 6 days before a new prime spontaneously emerged. Could it work better now with more knowledge, better rituals? Maybe. But you would need willing souls who would volunteer to become a partial prime. Perfect synchronization. And the time and resources. Theoretical, dangerous, untested, but possible. And then option 3, transfer to a willing vessel. Here, Valesha's voice becomes quieter. By Wrexham, transfer. Creating an artificial prime. It's been done successfully twice in recorded history. The process? Find a willing vessel. Prepare them ritually. And when the prime dies naturally or during controlled severance, immediately transfer the anchor function. The new vessel becomes the prime.
Wouldn't that be almost the more ideal circumstance?
Perhaps. There is one final option. Severance without transfer. This is what the organization known as the Midnight Eye is attempting. Sever the prime connection. Accept the collapse. And survive it however you can.
Yeah, you're right. All of these options are terrible. Really, I mean, out of all of that, it's either we all become a prime and we share the burden, or we pass it down to one individual. Has there ever been a shared pass down where it was a council and they passed it down to the next willing council?
No. The council was weak. Humans make such frail things.
A prime, when they start to mature into power, how do they learn to control it? Because as of now, that is a lot of chaos.
She looks at you for a while, Zin, as she studies you. She tilts her head and a brief smile crosses her thin lips. Now that's an interesting question. And one that suggests you're thinking beyond just keeping her alive. You're thinking, what if she could participate in her own salvation?
No one
She
can
reaches
save us
out.
but ourselves, absolutely.
How interesting. She reaches out and she grabs the book that you're holding, Mia, the one with the burned pages. May I?
Yes.
She pulls it, opens it to a specific page, one of the ones that's mostly charred. This is where most of my knowledge on prime abilities used to be. 17 pages gone, burned, when we tried to teach Thessalon to use her power. She traces the charm marks, but some survived. And I learned some things through painful experience. The passive anchor is always active. It's first important to understand being a prime is mostly passive. The prime does not have anything to do with its functions as the anchor. It just is. The connection exists whether the prime or the anchor knows about it or not. Whether they are awake or asleep, whether they want to be an anchor or not. The passive effects are that dreams near the prime are more vivid and stable. Reality feels more solid in their presence. The dream realm and material plane are properly bridged wherever she exists. And the prime unconsciously smooths reality distortions. The prime does this without knowing it, without trying, just by existing. However, through awareness and training, some primes, some, develop active abilities as they mature, usually around adolescence, sometimes earlier. Thessalon started showing abilities at age 12. They were able to dream walk, which is common. Thessalon could walk into someone's nightmare and talk to them, calm them, guide them out, sometimes even change the nightmare's structure and nature. Any prime can learn this ability almost certainly. They can stabilize reality, actively conscious strengthening of the anchor, making reality more solid in a specific area and pushing back against dreams that bleed or far realm incursions. Think of it as flexing a muscle they didn't know they had. Most primes never develop this because they don't know they can. Thessalon could do this for about 10 minutes before it exhausted her. She used it twice to stop far realm entities from manifesting. And the vice is true. The opposite. They can bend reality consciously, allowing incursions of nightmares and dream realm and far realm to bleed into existence here in the material plane. They can sever things as well. A full severance of an individual from existence is within the possibility of power of a prime.
That instantly, just visceral, like eyes widening, face shock, looking deep. That's it. That's it right there. Yeah, that's it. That's why they fear her. No matter what I do, we are saving that little girl.
How old is she?
You know what? I don't actually know. Maybe 9, 10? What do you think, Mia?
Close enough.
Just a girl. But forced into this position that she didn't need. Wasn't meant for her. He's too kind and innocent. That's not fair. But rarely is life. He's going to be at the middle of a lot. We got to make sure we're there for her, Mia.
Yes. I'm saving him, even if it costs me everything.
At that, Mia, Valeshra looks at you. Her eyes move quickly from Zin to you. You notice the silver is back in her eyes. She spreads her hands. I don't know. And then her fingertips touch. If you asked. If you paid the price, Mia, I could go to where she is. I could perform the awakening ritual. I could give her awareness.
You said you
What?
failed before.
Yes. But I was much younger. Much more inexperienced. Less of what I am now. And you did say, even if it costs you everything. Are you lying, Mia?
Are you lying?
You should know, little flame. As one of my kind, I cannot lie. I could, and she looks at both of you now, give her a chance to develop. It won't make her invincible. It won't guarantee survival. But I can give her just maybe the edge she needs. The ability, the instinct. And the price? She looks at you, Mia. All I want is for our thread to become a little stronger, little flame. That's all. Our connection. That's it.
If anything happens to her for any reason, broken. The contract, the thread that binds us. Snap and no more.
Understood. I will not let anything happen to her. I am bound by my words. At that moment, Mia, the mark on your wrist warms. She says, now. A book appears in front of her, hovering between the two of you. A quill flies over from your right side, dripping with purple ink. She says, write in the bound book. Veleshra may meet the child and offer guidance.
Frick. God. Thought we were friends. Just know that I know we're not friends. You may like me, but I don't like you anymore.
I mean, you're taking the pen and signing.
Yeah, but it's
Book hovers in front of you. The quill drips with ink. You.
cement. It's what's the word? Not cement. It's theatrical. It. It's good for the plot.
Cinematic.
Cinematic. That's the word I was trying to think of. Cinematic. Oh dear. Cheaty, in the words of Cheaty, stomach ache, stomach ache. Okay. So unethical. Okay. I pick up the pen. My hand's shaking. Tear drops down on the page.
Hmm.
And I sign my name, only thinking about Navia.
As you finish signing, you release the quill and the book slaps shut. Wonderful. This gives me permission. The bound ink sits between the two of you. I will go with you to where she is, and I will teach her. I will awaken her.
That's gonna go great.
What would you face it?
Are they gonna know that you came with us? That's probably not gonna go over very well.
Well, if they don't, they'll try to fight her.
I don't think we're really gonna have much choice in the matter. This
Zen looks worried very clearly, but desperation set in, and we're here now. There's no going back.
Mia,
Yes.
you feel a sensation begin to crawl up your arm where the mark is. As you look at it, you see it has grown, creeping up your forearm like living ink.
Keep up, Demon Hunter.
No, they will not see me, nor will they be aware of my presence.
Well, that's a bit of a relief, I'll have to say. I think, yeah, there'd be a lot of questions that we probably don't want to answer right at this particular time. Thank you, Mia, for doing this.
And then at that point, it's the first smile she got. A little bit of a smile then.
You may keep the book. I am sure you will find much more purpose than it resting here. Now, if you would be so kind, is there anything else you would like answered tonight?
No.
The dream metal? What was it? What's the it's dream metal?
Dream Steel.
Dream steel.
Oh yeah.
What do you know of dream steel?
Yes. Such a childish name for it. But yes, I am familiar.
It do you do you know where we might find it? Anything about it you could care to share?
In my tongue, it is called the Ashling. The blade that unmakes. I've seen it used once 200 years ago, and I will never forget it. She moves in a strange motion as her right hand flicks up at the wrist, and then there's a quick movement of her fingers as a small cloth, purple silk, appears floating in the air. It floats over to you, Zin, and it hovers directly in front of you. Go ahead. Open it.
Zen will hesitantly, slowly reach out to grasp whatever this is and open it. You said a cloth?
Yes, like a silk handkerchief that is balled up.
Okay. So definitely hesitantly opening it or unraveling whatever's inside of it.
It feels like air as you hold on to it. However, as your fingers kind of grasp around it, you can definitely feel a solid object in there. And as you fully open it, you see a small fragment of a translucent blade, cracked at one end and intensely sharp at the other. And it looks like a piece of reality that isn't there but somehow still exists. The strangest sensation as you're looking at it, it is simultaneously drawing in all the light around it and yet reflecting all of the light around it at the same time. This is a shard of dream steel. The Ashling. Not enough to be dangerous, enough to study. It cost me 3 years of research and a favor to a lich to acquire. You may keep that.
Hmm. I am quite flattered, but we just had a conversation about how nothing is free, so I'm just gonna go ahead and he wraps it again, and he just places it on the floor, like no, thank you.
This is the first time that you see her wide tooth smile. There's a glint in her eyes as her eyes move back to the void, purple, endless depth.
set the book down too.
You're already tethered.
learning. You guys are learning. Let me tell you everything I know. Because I am afraid you will need to know how to fight it. You watch as she gestures, and an illusion forms in the air. A blade, approximately 3 feet long, straight, not curved. It doesn't look like metal. It looks like nothing. Like a cut in reality, a wound in the world. The blade itself is translucent but not transparent. You can see through it, but what you see is wrong. Edges that blur and shimmer like heat haze. No reflection. It's cold, not temperature cold, but existential cold. It makes no sound when it moves through the air. It is weightless. The wielder carries it as if it weighs nothing. When it moves, it leaves a trail, not visible exactly, but you feel it, like the air itself is wounded, like reality is bleeding. The hilt is the only real part, usually bone or obsidian, something that can anchor the absence. Because Dreamsteel is not forged, it is summoned, pulled from the space between Dream Realm and Far Realm, and bound into blade through sacrifice. To create Dreamsteel, you need a soul willing to be consumed, usually the forger themselves. A ritual that bridges Dream Realm and Far Realm. Incredibly dangerous. An anchor point, the hilt must be physical and enduring. And perfect timing during planar alignments or moments of reality thinness. The forger performs the ritual. They open themselves both to both planes simultaneously. The dream realm flows through them, the far realm flows through them, and in the space where those two flows meet, where they collide, the forger's soul is erased, creating a void. That void is shaped into a blade, bound to the hilt. And that is why there are so few of them. Each blade costs a life to create. And most who attempt the forging fail. They are driven mad by the far realm before the ritual completes.
Just having that stuff is like carrying someone's soul. That's beautiful. That I'm definitely not taking that. And you got it from a lich. I thank you for your kindness. Wow. So when I asked where I can get it from, you're pretty much essentially telling me is that we have to sacrifice a soul.
Yes.
Gotcha. We're not getting any of that, Mia.
Got any bad souls?
I like it.
You know, people that don't deserve to live. You know, people who do bad things. Really bad things.
I don't know if we really want to. Do you want a bad soul? That sounds like a bad time.
No, I'm mostly kidding.
When this blade cuts, I watched it strike a Fey Lord, a friend. The blade grazed his arm, just a surface wound. The immediate effects were strange at the time. The wound didn't bleed, it just wasn't there anymore. A small section of his arm. He felt the cold spreading from the wound. Pain but not normal pain, the pain of absence, of something missing. If the blade is withdrawn and does not strike again, the victim might survive. The erasure spreads slowly from the shallow wound. Maybe an inch per hour. You have time. Possible intervention for shallow strikes is you cut off the limb before the erasure spreads. A radiant cauterization, intense light healing magic can slow the spread. A powerful abjuration magic to reinforce the victim's existence I have seen work. And dream realm intervention, if you can get them to someone who can touch the dream realm directly, they might be able to stop the erasure. That is also why the prime is so important. They are the direct antithesis of the Ashling, the dream steel. Only they can fully stop it. But if the blade strikes deep, the individual becomes semi-transparent immediately. They begin to cease to exist. I watched as people forgot that individual existed at all, as though he was never there to begin with.
Then, oh, I forgot to lock that. Then looks down at the blade. No, I can't. I have other things that I have to move forward with. I appreciate the offer for the blade and the information, but I will definitely have to pass on that for now. Thank you for illuminating some of the questions that I had, and for helping. And thank you, Mia, for taking this on. I know that William is probably going to get a little mad.
He's gonna flip.
Oh my gosh. He's going to hate me.
Ugh, he's gonna hate what I done. He's gonna hate me for it.
Okay, we wait until he's in a good mood, and then we tell him. When's he in a good mood?
0 to 100.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Well then, is there any other question?
Head back? Nope. Just
Get to saving our friend. Okay. Yep. Is the portal still open, or?
she has to open it again, I think.
Yeah, it closed behind you.
It's like, so I like Zen starts walking this way. Like, is it gonna come back over here?
She laughs a little bit, and then you watch as she flicks her wrist up on her right hand, and the portal opens. Just beyond, you see the Monastery of the Seven Rays. She bows to you, Mia, and she says, "Lead the way."
Okay, and we head up.
As you guys step through the portal, you are welcomed back into the Monastery of the Seven Rays. You see monks passing by en route. You are greeted with all the sights and sounds and scents of the monastery, the cold stone floors, the scent of the pools of vision. And Mia, you look at you feel a sensation upon your shoulder. And as you look at your right shoulder, out of the corner of your eye, you see a small what looks like to be a crow on your shoulder. Purple
I'll go
feathers.
nicely with my red hat.
Purple feathers resting, and solid lavender eyes.
So I'm assuming she is going to go back to wherever Nadia is.
You would assume. Currently, she's just rested on your shoulder.
Okay, weird.
As you guys enter back in, gather your bearings. The sounds around you radiate off the stone walls. The sconces burn a holy white as monks continue on their trek. You then see the front doors into the grand entry hall open.
I kind of cover up my arm, if it wasn't already covered.
Yeah.
As you look over to the right, or down the hall where the grand entry hall opens, you see the large double doors that you guys had walked through open up, and you see a procession begin to flood into the grand entry hall. You see the Grandmaster Ascendant enter in. Grandmaster Ascendant Saurian. And you see a large, beautiful woman, and her waist ends where a serpent's body begins. And you watch as she slithers in with a golden arm wrap around her left bicep.
She wants another
And
one.
2 stone creatures
Tell her to come here.
carrying
Tell her to
staff
come here.
on either side of her, with the pyramid and the eye at the very top emblazoned in flames, in a banner signifying Sokar. And that, my friends, is where we will leave off tonight.
I love it. Thank you so much for coming and doing this, Mr. John, Miss Mia.
Yes, and Sean should be walking in any minute now.
You're gonna tell him of the selling a little bit of your soul?
Nope,
Oops.
he's gonna find out in game.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
That's
right.
incredible. Thank you guys so much for this. This
Yes.
was awesome.
It was awesome. Yes, I have to go. The little ones need me, of course. You guys have a wonderful night, and I may or may not be able to at least turn on my stream, possibly, because I will be busy with the party. But I might be able to at least just turn on my computer and stream. And I won't be active or anything, but at least be listening. It'll be listening to you guys and recording. So
I actually have a birthday party Saturday too, but our time zone, since it's later for us, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't even matter. Yeah. So, let Sean know that, or Mr. William know that I may be able to record, but still be on standby, because I'm, it might get so involved with the party that I might not step away from the computer at whatever 5:30, 6 o'clock when you guys start.
Of course.
Okay.
Well, great
All
session tonight, guys.
Yes. Wonderful RP. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, guys. Good night.
Good night.
All right, guys.